Brindley. Happy Monday. So excited to chat with you guys tonight. It has been quite a journey. I don't know. I think we talked about it last week that there is a Mercury is in retrograde, and so if you are not feeling it, you may start to. I know I am feeling it. I know my team is feeling it. Technology has been a little bit wonky today. Yet, what I want to talk about tonight is the spirit of leadership. And a dear friend, Monica Keltz, sent me a video over the weekend, and I'll post it in the comments after the live, and it's called The Spirit of Leadership, and it's Miles Monroe wrote a book called The Spirit of Leadership, and I can't wait to read it because he's the one that they feature in this video. And this is what it says. He talks about the fact that we're all born, like there's a difference in leadership spirit versus a spirit of leadership. And he talks about how we're all born with a leadership spirit, right? We're all born with a leadership spirit. We're all born with the spirit and the ability to become a leader. Yet that spirit cannot be ignited unless we pour into becoming and having a spirit of leadership. And the spirit of leadership comes through mindset, from your belief system, from the mastery of leadership, right? Something I've always said is that leadership requires mastery like everything else. And our mentors and our leaders have taught us that mastery requires 10 hours of commitment, of doing the thing in order to master it. And so, therefore, leadership is the same way. We can be born with natural leadership tendencies. We can be born with behavioral styles that are more inclined to give us the joy of being a leader. Yet, unless we're willing to master it and have the belief system and turn it in and master that and grow in it, we aren't going to have the spirit of leadership. And I love that. And some things that he went on to say that I wanted to share with you was the greatest enemy of progress is your last success. The greatest enemy of progress is your last success. And what he meant by this is that we will spend too long celebrating these massive success and allowing our ego to keep us in that place of celebrating it, that it will paralyze us from taking the next step, from going to the next level. Another thing that he talked about is that we live in a society that has actually taught us not to stand out. They have taught us to hold back. And something that he used as an example was, he said, you buy a car and that car has the ability to go 180 miles an hour. 180 miles an hour. The speedometer has 180 miles. The same country that created that car put a sign up on the road that only allows you to go 55 miles an hour. So think about that. You have a car that can go 180, yet society's telling you you can only go 55. Society wants to hold you back. People want to hold you back. Something he said was, people don't want you to leave them in their nothingness. And this is something I've been struggling with lately. And I'm human and I make mistakes. And not only do I make mistakes, I have to own a lot of things as a leader because I am the leader. Right? And that can be wearing, and it can be exhausting, and it can be emotionally draining, and it's lonely at the top. Yet I don't have time as a leader to stay in my victim mindset or beat myself up, because I have people to lead, and they deserve to have someone that's able to roll with the punches, go on to the next step. Some other things that he said: opinions are the cheapest commodity on earth. So it's like eating a cheap hamburger. Why would you want to do it? It doesn't taste good. So why do we listen to others' opinions about us? Why do we allow others to and their opinions of us to matter? So a couple of things that I wanted to give you is ways that you can start developing a spirit of leadership. Number one, live and lead for something bigger than yourself. Live and lead for something bigger than you. What is your purpose? What is your why? What do you lead for? Have an abundance mentality. Know what an abundance mentality is. Don't come from scarcity. Don't come from fear of competition. Don't come from fear of someone else getting more than you, or jealousy, or empathy, or lack of empathy. All of that will stunt your growth. All of that scarcity mindset will prevent you from having a spirit of leadership. Surround yourself with truth tellers. I love this one because those of you that know me, a lot of people can't handle the truth. And integrity is one of my core values. And sometimes that means that people aren't going to like me because I speak the truth. So, do you have people in your life that tell you the truth? That tell you, hey, Brand, you really screwed that up. Or, hey, Brand, you shouldn't have said that. I called the server last night, Sweetie, at my dinner with a friend. And he said, can I give you some social feedback? And I was like, sure. And he goes, I think it's really condescending when you call people Sweetie. And I just looked at him and I said, awesome. Thank you for the feedback. I never saw it through that perception. That's my Southern mother coming out in me, right? So do you have people that will stop you right in that moment and say, hey, have some awareness around this? Number 4 is guard your heart. Guard your heart. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from people that don't support you. Stay away from people that don't lift you up. Stay away from people that don't refer, recommend, want you to have a better life. Number 5, to gain a spirit of leadership, practice forgiveness. Practice forgiveness. We all deserve grace. We all deserve forgiveness. We are all human. We are all doing the best that we can with what we have. And remember, you cannot give away something that you do not have. You cannot lead people into something that you're not willing to lead yourself. If you're struggling with your people time blocking, are you time blocking? If you're struggling with your people having accountability, do you have accountability in your life? If you're struggling giving love, is it, or receiving love, is it because you're not able to give love? Are you having a problem giving love because you're not able to receive love? Right? So just remember that you can't give what you don't have. And I'll leave you with this. The only way to avoid criticism is to say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing. Just know, as you build a big life and as you have success, you're going to have criticism, and you have to just mute it out and know that that has to do with them and nothing to do with you and nothing to do with your success, because people don't want you to leave them in their nothingness. So go buy the book, Spirit of Leadership by Miles Monroe. I'll put the video in the comments. It was fantastic. It's a great motivation. You can start at 5 minutes and 10 seconds. That's where I was advised to start, and it got me into it. And then I ended up going back and watching the whole thing. So guys, have an awesome week, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.